Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's season 2 of Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, excuse me, let me clear my throat. Take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library, and pops up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you want to know when to be on live again next, you can hit that little bell down below there. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media, so Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. And I have the pages, links to my pages as well. So this YouTube channel page, my Facebook page, and for those of you who still have Facebook, excuse me, a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. All right. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated. The fucking asshole downstairs from me, I guess, is having an episode or something. I don't know what's going on, but my entire fucking apartment just shook like about 20 minutes ago. And Pepper was hiding underneath the bed and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So if you hear something that pops up, that's what it is. It's probably that asshole. Anyway, um, yeah, let me get to this. So, what is Love, Death, and Robots for those of you who haven't seen the first season either? So, this is the spoiler free version of this. Love, Death, and Robots is an anthology series of animated shorts, and they are basically revolving around love, death, and robots. So they're mainly sci fi stuff. And think of it as the old, very old Liquid Television TV series from MTV. Mind you, that's like 30 years old now. I was just thinking about that. And yeah, some of you young whippersnappers out there might not know what that is, but Liquid Television on MTV used to be late night where they had a half hour of nothing but short, like, anywhere from 3 to 8 minute long animated stories. And Aeon Flux came out of that and a couple other things as well. So that's what this is. This is an anthology series put together by Darren Aronofsky and I think someone else too. I can't remember. There's another director that's involved as well. And they usually have a sci-fi bent to them. And that's what that's what these things are about. So there in the first season there were actually 18 episodes. In the second season there's only 8 episodes, so it's a fairly easy watch, fairly easy to go through quickly. And every episode, I think the longest one's about 13 minutes long, so I mean it's fairly easy to watch and get through. So is it worth your time? Yeah, it's worth your time if you're interested in some. And this season, by the way, had a mix of animation and live action stuff too. So there was a couple of live action segments in there as well, or live action shows, I should say, or bits that were in there. So without giving anything away, yes, it's worth your time. It's not great the second season, but it's not bad either. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, or you have a short attention span too, it will fly by fairly quickly. I mean, I think I watched it. I watched it in one sitting, and I started late, and I was figuring, oh, I'll just finish it, the next day or something like that. And then it was like, oh, it's over with already. And I mean, it just flew by fairly quickly. So, yeah. With that said, spoiler alert: I am going to spoil stuff. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. All right. Yes. Yes. There we go. So we had, like I said, 8 episodes here. My top 3 episodes, I would say. I'm looking at my notes here. So what do I have here? Snow in the Desert was my favorite one. That was the bounty hunter one. That was live action. That dealt with a guy who could basically, he was immortal. He could regenerate, and people were after him. Bounty hunters were after him because they wanted his testicles, because in his testicles were the secrets of unlocking um, the immortality thing, and I like that. I actually really I dug the characters. The story was actually good. It was short, sweet, and to the point, and I liked it a lot. Actually, the characters were developed, and the female character is a little bit underdeveloped, but I could see why they're trying to keep the secrecy to it as to what she was and all that stuff. And I thought it was a good reveal at the end, so not too bad. My second favorite one, I would have to say, is All Through the House. So All Through the House is about two kids on Christmas Eve, or yeah, Christmas Day, Eve going into Christmas Day. They wake up in the middle of the night and they're like, and they hear something. They hear Santa, and they go downstairs, and it's not Santa, or it might be Santa. We don't know. It's this creature that is, basically they see this long tongue go into the glass of milk they left out for Santa, and it drinks it, and then it just eats up the cookies off the plate, and then it sees them, and they're behind the couch, and it moves the couch aside, and it's on these spindly legs, and it has basically a mouth with two hands on either side of the mouth that are opening up, and it can talk. Um, and I really dug it. I mean, that whole thing with it kind of sniffs them, and then it knows who they are, and it says their name, and then good, and then it spits out a gift out of the mouth into their lap, and it leaves. And afterwards, the kids are in bed, and the sister says, the little brother goes, um, what would happen if we were bad? And yeah, what if we weren't good? I actually liked that. It was funny, but also terrifying at the same time. It was a really good creature concept, and I think I might have drawn something like that at one point in time with the hands on the side of a mouth or something. But so yeah, I really like that. And then I think the last one that my top three out of here would be the tall grass. And the tall grass is late 1800s, where you have a train that stops out in the middle of nowhere, and the conductor basically tells the one passenger who's awake, "Don't go too far from the train. It's just stay here because I'm only going to yell for you twice, and then that's it. We're taking off." And of course, what does he do? He goes out into the grass because he sees some light out there, and he runs into pretty much zombies, is what it looks like. And he can't find his way back because of the tall grass. And he hears the conductor yell once, then twice, and he's making his way back to the grass, running. He sees the train finally, and luckily, the conductor helps his ass. Otherwise, he would have been dead. And yeah, you find out that this happens quite a bit, that they always break down in the same area. They need to build up a head of steam, and this whole thing about that it might be people that had been traveling across country and had died out in the plains by themselves, or gotten lost or something like that. And that's what his explanation was, or what he thought it was. And it was an interesting concept. I like the animation too. The animation, I couldn't tell if it was stop motion or if it was animated. I know it was actually animated, and basically they kind of used um, frames per second. They just switched them up a little bit so it looked like it was stop motion. So it was actually pretty good. I like the way they did that, and I think that's kind of what gave me uh, an appreciation of it, was the technical aspects of it. Because I was sitting there for the first, like literally the first minute, trying to figure out how they animated, or what animation style it was. And then when I finally figured it out, I was like, oh, okay, this is actually kind of cool. And then I got into the story. So, hey, everybody. Yeah. Mork says, you sound weird as if in a hallway. Uh, really? Because I'm on this mic. I know normally what it's been trying to do is been trying to shut me over onto the that mic right there. Hey, happy birthday to your grandfather, or your father, excuse me. Happy birthday to your father, Raymond. I thought you said grandfather for a second. Yeah, happy birthday to the senior Hessel family member. And thank you for the $5 chat, man. Thank you very much. Mufinobi says, yeah, animation was good, conductor was good. Actually, Meat of Zombies and the Upside Down was a bit reminiscent. Yeah, it was. The one shocker out of this, out of the 8 episodes here, for me anyway, was Life Hatch, which had Michael B. Jordan in it. And at first I'm going, is that Michael B. Jordan? And then I'm actually looking him up on IMDb because I mean it's really dark and stuff like that. And I'm looking at, I'm like, I think that's Michael B. Jordan. And then I look, I hit him on IMDb, and I'm like, oh yeah, he was in that. He has a credit in there. So I was like, all right, wow, Michael B. Jordan is in a animated, or not animated. He was in a short, is what he was in. It wasn't a great short, but it was an okay short. It wasn't the best one. Ice was actually a front runner for number 3 there. So Ice, about the two brothers who, one is enhanced. They live on a different world, and they're going after the frost whales. They're going to go look at the frost whales, and that one was really kind of cool. I like the animation style on it. I dug the story, and at the end, you see the one brother who's enhanced, basically played lame, if you will, so that the other brother could, who wasn't enhanced, could save him, quote unquote, save him and feel okay about himself. So it was kind of cool. Penn says, what did you think about the housekeeping robot gone deadly? That was funny. I mean, it was the first episode in, and I thought it was funny, but the animation style, I think the animation design actually threw me off on that and made me think it was just kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else having any audio issues with me, or is it just Mark's who's living underwater? Because hopefully my audio is doing okay. All I hear is through the microphone myself, so I mean, I just hear if it's on or not. That's about it. So let me scroll back through the chat here and see what else I missed. Not much, actually. No, I didn't. All right. Yeah, Pop Squad wasn't that great. The one about the immortals, and you can't have any kids, so they have cops going out and killing children, and the people that breeders and all that kind of stuff, as they call them. And the drowned giant, for some reason, was a horrible, horrible thing to end on. I mean, it just was like, uh, you know. I actually really didn't like the drowned giant. To tell you the truth, it was very maudlin. Is really what it was. It was just, and it was dreary, and it seemed something more like you would gather around the fire and listen to your grandfather tell you about that story for the 100th time, and you really didn't care about it. Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. The drowned giant was a boring one. Yeah. Penn says, I thought it was a good one to open up with. Not the best, but enough to keep new watchers intrigued. Yeah. Yes, I am talking about Love, Death, and Robots, the second season, Raymond. Did you not see The Drowned Giant? Yeah. Yeah, the giant bone above the butcher shop was kind of funny move. It was interesting, and the giant penis. You knew someone was going to take it at some point in time, and that was just, and you knew that was going to be the end joke. It was supposed to, and it really wasn't even a joke. It was just kind of this. I don't know how to call it. Yeah, it was just bad. Yeah. If anything, I would have ended with Life Hatch. I mean, excuse me, Life Hatch wasn't great, but at the same time, it was better than the Drowned Giant. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's all the episodes that there were. Season 1 was a lot better, but then again, there was more to choose from in season 1, and I don't know why they went with such a short season. I mean, on this, only 8 episodes versus 18 for the first season. The first season was actually pretty good, so, and I liked it better. This one, yeah, I would say like half of these were actually good and the other half weren't. Whereas the first season, a good 80%, maybe even 85% of the episodes are really, really good and just well done, and only a fraction of them were just kind of mediocre. Yeah. And again, yeah, it didn't suck. So yeah, it's definitely worth your time to take a look at it. Um, Even the bad episodes have some redeeming qualities to them. So yeah, it's worth it. Yeah. Giant circus penis. That is no, never mind. There are so many jokes that can be made from that movie, Finobi. Yes. Yes, season one was far superior. And again, no one's asking, no one answered my question. So is anyone else having issues, listening, audio issues with me, or is it just Marks? Because I'm intrigued now at this point as to what's going on. So while you guys are deciding on that, what else do I have going on this week? Well, tomorrow and Thursday I'm off because Thursday is Disneyland for me, and I think I'm buying the fucking dark saber because the dark saber has been seen at Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland. So pray for my credit card. Yeah, so Wednesday and Thursday I'm off. Friday is going to be a new episode of Star Wars The Bad Batch. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the weekend and genre stuff you guys want to talk about. We talk about it. Sunday I'm off. Monday I'm going to be off, and then Tuesday rolls back around again to another episode of Is It Worth My Time? So I don't know what I'm doing as of yet. There's a couple different things to choose from, so I'm kind of like bouncing back and forth on this one. It might be Army of the Dead. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah. Oh, I'm buying the saber, definitely, Morris. Okay, so here's the thing. Entertainment Earth, which a lot of my stuff comes from back here. That's Entertainment Earth. The little egg guy right here is Entertainment Earth. Trying to think what else is Entertainment Earth. That's pretty much it right now. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Pen. You didn't need to do that. I already bought it through Entertainment Earth, but it's not coming until August, supposedly. And they are really, really slow on their shipments of stuff at Entertainment Earth. So I figured I'd just buy it, get it shipped to buy it at Disneyland, get it shipped to my house, have it here, and then cancel the other order completely from Entertainment Earth, since they haven't charged my card yet. And I think it was $250 through them versus $200 at Disneyland. Yeah, and I get to see it first and handle it and turn it on and yeah, all that stuff. And I might change up this background. I don't know. I might get rid of Doom Patrol here and put in. I've been thinking also about, and I know they actually have the Jedi Temple Guard masks that hang on the wall. They have the full-size, life-size version of it, and I'm like, I might have to buy that one too. So I get a new card. I got a new credit card through Disney, and it gives Disney discounts. I get discounts on it and stuff like that. And also I get some money back, depending on how much I spend and whatnot. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up hitting that limit. So there we go. Yeah. Not the limit of the card though. That's holy crap. Thanks, Move Finobi. You didn't need to do that. Seriously. That's what the dark saber is going to be named. It's going to be named Giant Circus Penis. How about that? It has a name. Giant Circus Penis. So yeah, I have my my other lightsaber that I built for my birthday. I didn't say what age that was. It was actually I was with Feisty Fan when I went to Disneyland on my birthday and built a lightsaber. So I've got that lightsaber, and then with the dark saber, I can actually have it crossed up behind me here, and then have the Jedi Temple mask above there. I was thinking of doing that. Thank you again, Move for No, but you didn't really need to do that. Yeah. So it is interesting though. So the other thing I've been thinking about as well, and I talked to my mods about this earlier, is holy crap, Raymond, you didn't need to do that either. You really didn't need to do that. Thank you though. Um, so YouTube is actually changing some stuff around. Google, I don't know if you saw the Google I/O address today, but there's some stuff that's happening, and they're changing some stuff around. One of the things they're adding to YouTube, Works $1.69. Thanks, Works. You didn't need to really. Um, one of the things they've added on is they're calling it memberships, is what they're calling it. Basically, what it is, it's kind of like a Patreon, but it's built into YouTube. And so I've been toying with that idea instead of going the Patreon route, but going the membership route instead, because there's they'll have little icons next to your name and stuff like that if you become a member, and I can still do, like t-shirts, mugs, buttons, all that kind of stuff, and still have it through there on the site here. So that's what I'm toying with. That's something I need to go through this weekend when I have a little more time and I can actually take a look around and see how it performs and whatnot. But it's still fairly new, so that's why they just offered it to me after, of course, become monetized. So Heather's sculpted letter says, and now Space Bonium will be immortalized in Super Chat for as long as this channel exists. Yes, it will. It will. Actually, all my chats should be available on all of my videos, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've clicked on it as much as possible it should be playing along with the video, essentially. Yeah. Can't have a giant circus penis without a 69. Exactly, Marks. That is correct. So, on that note, how many times can we say giant circus penis and have it in the chat too? The GCP. I just saw that, Marks. The GCP. Yeah. Maybe I'll have that engraved on it on the bottom. I'll have GCP engraved on the bottom. Kind of like Samuel Jackson. You heard. So for Star Wars, when he was playing Mace Windu, on the bottom of the hilt of his lightsaber, they had BMF engraved on the bottom of his lightsaber. Yeah, it was BMF. Bad motherfucker. Yeah. Which I thought was funny. But anyway, holy crap. Heather, you didn't need to do that. Thank you for the $5 for your sable from, yes. I keep forgetting to mention, yes, I know Heather did make the paddle there. So I've kind of dropped that out of my repertoire because people say my intro is too long or something like that, even though I try and talk really, really fast. Thank you again, by the way. She's made both of my paddles. There's another paddle someplace. I don't know where. When I moved, I don't know where I put it. It's in a box someplace, I believe. He might. I don't want to know, but he might. Applecrow says, I still need to finish season 1. Yeah, it could be a slog sometimes going through that. I understand, Applecrow. There were a lot. Like I said, there's 18 episodes. I remember that took me a while to get through that season. This one was a lot faster burn, which is, and I was like, really? I'm done already? Yeah. Oh, I know she has a paddle for Furnobi. She also has a, dungeon too that she's got for him. Yeah. And really, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Thank you to everyone who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, YouTube takes the algorithm of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. And if you can, while you're down there, hit that like button and the share button as well down there. And if you want to know when I'll be on live again next, you can hit that bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I put up there. I also have all the links to my social media up there, all the links to my pages, and everything's good there. Yeah. She made you a Godzilla paddle. Does it have a tail? Or do you grab onto the tail? Oh, Venture Brothers paddles. There's too many jokes on that one too. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. Thank you everyone. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may end up, I don't know, watching a really short animated series and wondering, why it's so short. Thank you, Ben. Yes, I'll have fun. I'll bring pictures and stuff like that. I'll probably post pictures on Instagram and whatnot. The social media whore that I am. So I will see you guys again on Friday. Until then, stay safe, take care, be well, wear those masks. Get those vaccine shots if you can. And I will see you again on Friday. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. Good night.